GM, GN, GA, wherever you're at. But hey, welcome everybody. Um, we are here to talk about the mission, vision, values one more time. If you've been with us for a while, like I know Ayo Tunde's been here since we talked about it originally. I think Al Planet was at that last discussion too. Definitely our team members who are here today were at that discussion last time when we talked about this stuff and how it moved beyond from moving to discussions in Discord to moving on to the forums. We did a live discussion of this stuff. Our hot topics on the mission, vision, values here, specifically like the values and just revisiting these things for yeah, just preparation for stuff coming down the line. But I don't know, Chibi, how are you today?
I am doing very well, actually. It's a beautiful day outside. How about you, Nerv?
It is a gorgeous day outside. It's a little overcast, but I'm expecting the fog to burn off, so it should be real good, really good. Thank you for
Mhm.
asking. But yeah, this is Hot Topics. Everybody, welcome. This is our first one of these things, but we're excited to dive into this stuff. But let's look at these, and let me share my screen here so that y'all can see this. Let's do better text. So that should be coming through. And then, Candy, if you could full screen that, that would be perfect instead of looking at the Discord itself, but just kind of full screening the stream. That'd be ideal, please. Cool, cool, cool. So our mission, vision, values. This is looking at this stuff. This is stuff that the community decided, but this document is live on the governance forums, and I'll drop a link to this in the chat right now as well. So if you wanted to look at this, you can. Boom. But we have here our mission. Collab.Land is empowering Web3 communities with privacy-preserving identity and collaboration tools to build pro-social systems and create a better internet for people and not for capital. So this pro-social, collaborative, build it together mentality, meaning we're not trying to compete with each other. We want to form a co-op, guys. That's why it's the Collab.Land co-op. I don't know if you're aware of that. A co-op is a cooperative because we are cooperating with each other. We want to build together. We are pro-social here as we build together and make a better internet for people. Our vision here is to improve the world by building collaboration tools that empower self-governed communities within the Collab.Land network and beyond. Exactly, Ayotunde, exactly. Why build apart when you can build together? Exactly. Um, so we're building these collaboration tools for self-governed communities. Now that doesn't necessarily mean tokenized communities, doesn't necessarily mean those. These are just communities, whether they're NFT communities or just a group of people in a Discord that don't have an official organization yet. Just these communities that are self-governing that want to determine their own path through life, their own way to grow within Collab.Land and outside of it. We want to empower everybody in this space. Looking down at these things, how do our values as a co-op fit with this mission and vision? What are the things that we think are, or that we have agreed are valuable and the most important things to keep in mind as we move through this? Exactly, Chibi, exactly. We collabel. Let's drop us something from Carl real quick. Yes, exactly. We collabel. So these values here, these were chosen by the DAO members, meaning way back when. Oh my gosh, way back here. We were voting on these things. We voted on the 28th here in Discord, and this was just kind of a quick vote to get this determination. This was from people who are members of the community in a token gated channel, I believe, but voting on these things. We did a live discussion. Actually, we did 2 live discussions. We solicited feedback from a Google form. People entered, we gathered people's ideas. We got this really pretty image that came out of it, or that I was able to make using these as the things that the community valued here. And I'll drop. Can I copy this image? Can I just copy it out of Discord? Is that going to let me do that? Copy image. Can I drop it in the chat? Yo, I can. Let's go. Let's go. So that was back in March, putting this together. And then we voted here, sharing with you guys the votes for these different values. We were trying to prioritize, the top 5 out of these 10 that I kind of massaged from the values, that a number of values that we had before, and explaining these things. So you can see how everybody voted here. And I'll drop a link to this as well. Can I copy message link? If y'all care, but you can go back and see these things. I know it says unknown, but if you click that, it'll open it up for you. But where we landed here, and now prioritized by people voting. So we had things like safety. The community chose safety as the #1 value. We want to keep people safe in this space. We, as Collab.Land, we create an environment where everyone feels safe to be themselves, free from hate. We believe diversity creates stronger societies, and we seek out and include diverse voices in building consensus. Our community should be open and welcoming to all people who wish to participate constructively. Differences in knowledge, resources, geography, language, and life experience should be seen as opportunities to learn and to grow the community. So, and as I go through these guys, if you got questions or you want to clarify anything, just drop them in the chat. I'm watching the chat and I'll be able to answer any questions here. But ideally, the language here is well explained enough that you can see all this for yourself. We're just kind of going through it one more time here. But we want to make sure people feel safe here and come through as we build out consensus and include those diverse voices. Number two value, collaboration. We believe in creating the future we want to see. Our community operates with a cooperative, build it together mentality, including diverse voices as we build together. Nice. Nice. Handshake emojis in the chat. I want to see the handshakes in the chat. I want to see them right now. Handshakes in the chat for collaboration. Love it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, GB. Yeah, Iotunde. Let's go. So collaboration, building together again, that's that cooperative mentality. We are the Collab.Land co-op. Hell yeah, everybody. Collab.Land co-op, as we're building together, making sure that we keep people safe, as we include those diverse voices and make sure people's opinions and voices are valued as we move together in this crazy Web3 world. Awesome. Again, if you got questions or you're just joining us, drop any questions in the chat. But we'll be going through this here. Security, number 3. Security. We are security minded. The safety of the system and communities should be weighed heavily when considering changes to Collab.Land. So we want to, again, this is like part of safety here. We are security minded. We want to make sure that the integrity of Collab.Land is ensured. So in other words, we're not making changes all willy-nilly. We're not flying blind. We're not building in prod. Okay. We're not doing that whole, 2021 crypto attitude, fuck it, we ball. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are security minded. We want to make sure we keep people safe. So we got to be thinking about how changes affect us from a security perspective. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, the community voted. That number 4 is member focused. We empower positive sum relationships to build an open ecosystem where all Collab.Land members benefit together through their collaborations. So again, thinking about collaboration here, building together, we are a cooperative here, empowering positive sum relationships. Now, positive sum, if you haven't heard that before, that just means that the put together, the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. In other words, I come together, and Chibi, me and Chibi come together. We want to collaborate on something. We want to build something together that's more valuable than either of us would build on our own. In other words, let's build stuff together rather than building stuff apart. Thank you for that, Io Tunde. I'm definitely stealing that. Um, that was number 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, decentralization. We believe that by decentralizing network governance, we create aligned incentives that make for a safer social graph and ultimately a stronger civil society. We strive to produce, promote, and protect self governed communities and social networks. Again, like the whole thing in crypto, decentralization, we don't want to have everything falling on one entity, one group to have all the power. The team, the Collab.Land team, isn't fully in charge of this thing. We are a cooperative as we build together. We through our progressive decentralization here, but we want to make sure our incentives are aligned for all stakeholders in the community. Again, safer social graph, safety, and produce, promote, and protect, again, those self governed communities here. All those things that we're about in crypto and Web3. I don't see any questions in the chat. I see lots of handshakes, though. Love to see it. You'd love to see it in the chat. Cool, 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 cool. So I will keep going. Again, if you get questions, just drop them in the chat. I'll get to them. Number 6, as voted by the community, data sovereignty. We believe member data should be used transparently and only after gaining explicit consent. You guys are self sovereign. Your data is sovereign to you. You own your data. That's what we believe here at Collab.Land. And the community believes that too. That's what number 6, our number 6 value here, that this data is going to be used transparently. So your data, people are going to be telling you what they're going to be doing with your data, and after only gaining explicit consent. So in other words, we're not selling data behind your back. You know exactly what's happening with your data. People are telling you, and you are agreeing to those things. Your data is valuable, and you should be in charge of that so that you can gain the benefits from your data, as opposed to Web 2, where not we, but where organizations take that data and monetize it behind your back. We believe in data sovereignty here. 5, 6, number 7, trustfulness. Wait, trustfulness? Full of trust? What is this? I thought we want trustlessness. Yeah, well, this is different because trustfulness, we engineer trust out of technical systems. That's the trustlessness that you hear about in crypto all the time. That's like how Ethereum is trustless. It's been engineered out of technical systems, but we recognize trust is still often required for human interactions. Again, thinking about our member focused, build together, cooperative mentality, you need to trust the people that you're cooperating with. So we deliver transparent results to build trust. We seek trust to build relationships, and we use relationships to build our communities. Again, trust is foundational to community building. And that's why we make sure that trustfulness is in our top 10 values here. Number 8, responsibility. We believe Collab.Land should be built and operated with a focus on the medium to long term. Decisions about technology, economics, and resource allocation should not value short term optimization over the longer term health and thriving of the Collab.Land network, technology, and community. We prioritize long term benefits in decision making, internalize social costs, and build towards a sustainable future. We want to make sure that what we're building here at Collab.Land is going to stay. We want to make sure we are sustainable. We have ways to ensure that the communities are going to be able to continue beyond us. We want to make sure that we are not prioritizing that short-term optimization. We're not doing a bunch of airdrop farming. We're not doing, a ton of token airdrops. We're not doing ways to game the system on Twitter. We're making sure that we are prioritizing that longer-term health and thriving of the Collab.Land network, technology, and community through, again, that trustfulness, through data sovereignty, through decentralization, through security and safety. All these things fit together, y'all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 core values here at Collab.Land. And these were the top 8 values, again, as chosen by the community, here. You can see the results of this voting that happened back in March. Boop, boop, boop. And where's the results of this vote? Where's the results of this vote? Da da da. There it is. So those were the top 5. And if we go down, there's the top 8. And so we put it all together into right here. This was, what was this, April 12th? And this got posted onto the governance forums where you can see all this stuff and where it's been posted for everyone to review since May on these governance forums. That's our review of this mission, vision, and values for Collab.Land, y'all. That's what I got for us with this. Questions, comments, concerns at all?
Yeah, thank
Cool,
you for presenting this.
cool, cool, cool. Well, thank you all for coming out. Again, I'll drop a link in the chat for this where you can check this out. If you create a link, or not a link, if you create an account on the governance forums, you can be one of those people who like this document and agree, and you can find all the links to follow to get back to where all this stuff came from and follow the breadcrumb trail of this stuff across all the different links. We're doing this once again in preparation for stuff coming down the line, coming soon. So thank you all for coming out today on a Tuesday, as we reviewed this mission, vision, values for the Collab.Land Co-op. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate y'all. Thank yous are great. Kudos are even better. /kudos. Thanks everybody. Peace out.